welcome back to Arc Neo Reviews. Today I'm actually going to look at something kind of new. We're going to be taking a look at the new Buzzworthy Bumblebee and Daniel set. Well, these are smaller than even I expected them to be. Yeah, I know, I'm just kind of hopping into it. Right off the bat, I have to say, I'm pretty disappointed in these things. Like, I am glad that these were got with Target, rewards app stuff. Because if they weren't, I would either be trying to sell these off or straight up return them to the store. I am not impressed with these at all. And I know there was a lot of hype behind them. They're almost good, but they're just not. Go ahead and take a look at Daniel first here. Fair enough, it's a pretty neat little representation of that little exosuit, vehicle mode thing that he had in the movie. I'll give him that. That's kind of neat. But then it's time to transform it. That's it. You stand it up and you move a panel. Then you've got it in the robot mode, which, again, it looks okay, but then you try to pose it. Well, the legs don't do anything, even though they look like they should. They don't. They, in fact, are just hollow there. Literally, there's a hole for a pen. And no pen. So that's dumb. And that's your entire articulation. The arms can go out and they can go down. So unless you need a very stiff Daniel for some reason in your diorama or something, yeah, this thing's a pass. You don't even get any kind of face. You just get silver, silver cockpit cone thing instead of any kind of face. Would have been nice if they had at least molded this in clear plastic and just put something vaguely shaped like a human head underneath there. But nope. We get a lump of silver and we get really stiff arms that move out. And a literal one-step transformation. So, Daniel's a bust. What about B? To be fair, the car mode I really like. It's a neat little mode. It's nice and compact. Because it's the most apt comparison, I guess you'd say. Here he is next to the Titans Return Bumblebee. So, yes, even smaller than Titans Return B was. The size doesn't bug me. But what you get when you transform it does. Really quick, just to look it over, there's painted windows, a little bit of paint on the front, and the Autobot symbol. On the bottom here, if you can get in to grab it, he does come with his little itty-bitty gun, pigs in right there. So, so far, so good, but then you start transforming it. So, the literal first step is you have to get these little back panels here to unpeg from here and come out around this clip. Getting around that clip can be a major pain sometimes. But go ahead, you undo that and fight with it here to get it to unsnap. Bring it back. Come to the front here. And wiggle out the legs, which transform basically identically to the Titans Return one. You go ahead. It's a little weird, a little tricky to show, but the back wheels here are on kind of a double hinge, or a hinge and a ball joint, so you just want to swing that ball joint down and out to actually form the shoulders. And you're going to go ahead and bring the back half of the car down and just kind of tuck that panel up underneath to fill it out. And there you go. So you end up with this. Now, body-wise, it's fine. I'm okay with a small B, that's fine. What I'm not okay with is just how thin the plastic on his hands are, or is. Grammar's not my specialty tonight, but I don't like that thin plastic. That's going to be a problem if you keep giving him his gun and taking it away a lot. Also, yeah, you do lose your weapon storage after you transform him, because you lose access to the storage peg, or the storage hole. So you've got that problem. You have just these hanging off of his back. It's not even his door wings or something iconic. It's literally just two crescent moons of yellow plastic. I'm moving too much and breaking my camera's focus really badly. But you've got that. And I don't know what happened with that face, but that face is horrible. That is infinitely more chin than you should have on Bumblebee. And his eyes make him look... He looks depressed. Like, this is not a good day for Bumblebee at all. He looks like he got stung by a bee or something. So, posability, yeah, you've got the ball joint in the shoulder. Get a good range there. Ball joint at the elbow, 90-degree bend, rotation. Ball joint at the hips, forward, back, out. Rotation, and rotation at the thigh itself. Technically a double jointed knee, so you do get good articulation there. Bit of back and forth on the foot itself, or / other knee joint, depending on how you use it. But that's it. So it's... I'm a little bit not sure how to put this, but it's like, it's small, which on its own not a problem, but then everything else about it sucks too. The transformation is more complicated than it should be, with trying to not, mess up the clips when you have to do that first step. B, you can't store the weapon because, you lose storage to the point where you can do it. C, you've got, again, this crap hanging off his back. Normally I don't even mind kibble, but this is specifically really, really bad looking. And the part that makes me so annoyed is right here, we've got something very similar, but better. Substantially better. In the 5 seconds it'll take me to transform it here. And with a better head sculpt to boot. That is a much better face. It's Bumblebee. He's happy. He's having a good time being a good guy. Not that. So, I have to say, unless you for some reason really need the Daniel or something, get the Titan's Return B. If you could find the Bumblebee version of this, I think it was the Thrilling 30 Legends mold, get that. If you can manage to find one, get the Bumblebee, Siege Netflix figure. I know this is also a small figure that upset some people, but it might be small, but at least it's good. It's well engineered, other than, backpack kibble, parts forming, whatever. What you get at both ends of the transformation is still good. I will let the backpack slide. He comes with a really cool weapon, too, that I couldn't be bothered to get out for this video. If you want a bigger bee, this thing is still the king of all G1 Bumblebees, in my opinion. I love the way this figure looks. So, you have infinity million better options for a Bumblebee. I cannot recommend this thing whatsoever. It not a fun transformation, because again, It gets stuck and it's really hard to get it started. It's equally hard to clip those in when you're going into car mode. The face looks terrible. It's got just crap hanging off its back that they didn't even try with, it doesn't feel like. And don't get it. Get any of the other options. Buy a movie Bumblebee for all I care. Just don't bother with this thing. I know. Angry boy time. Thanks for watching anyway.